now give the floor to the Ambassador of the Russian Federation, Vassily.
Thank you, Mr. President. Similar to other members of the Council, we also would like to thank the Secretariat and everyone who helped in organizing the meeting today. We would like to thank the head of the verification mission in Colombia, Mr. Carlos Ruiz-Massieu. Thank him for presenting the Secretary General's report on the implementation of the final peace agreements and the situation in the country, which similar to others, did not escape the coronavirus pandemic. We also welcome the traditional participation in this meeting by the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Colombia, Ms. Bloom, and we listened with a great deal of interest to the very interesting assessment issued by Clemencia Carabalí, as did others. We expect, Mr. President, that as the epidemiological situation in Colombia improves, the Colombians are going to, as a matter of urgency, make up everything that stalled or was delayed during the pandemic. As was pointed out, and rightly so, in the Secretary General's report, it states that the country needs urgent progress in all areas, starting with agrarian reform to the political and economic reintegration of former combatants, all the way up to ensuring their security. The peace process in Colombia should not be put on hold. It's important to make sure that the dialogue amongst various political parties is resuscitated as quickly as possible to make sure there's understanding on key issues dealing with the future development of the country and the reform process. We welcome what is being stated by the government of Colombia, namely their commitment to the provisions in the final peace agreement, and we fully share the calls made by the Secretary General when he says that it is imperative to make sure that they are fully implemented. The agreement, the way it was signed 3.5 years ago, was acknowledged by the Secretary General and the Security Council as the basis for the settlement. It is because of the agreement that it became possible to have wide international support for the peace process. And we do hope that all of the political forces in the country will display the needed level of national responsibility and will focus on implementing the agreement. We regret the fact that the unilateral ceasefire initiative, in line with the Secretary General's call, was not something that was taken up by the government of Colombia. We would like to recall that lasting peace is not possible unless there is participation by all key forces here, and this includes the National Liberation Army. And we call upon Bogota to settle, together with Havana and Oslo, settle the issue of the status of the negotiators who are on the island, and to do this on the basis of constructive dialogue. It's important at the same time to make sure that whilst this is being done, the guarantee protocols are abided by. I would like to recall here that Cuba, when it hosted these people on its territory, Cuba did this this in pursuance of its international mediator commitments. Mr. President, in conclusion, I would like to repeat that we here in the Council have called Colombia a showcase for wide international support. And today, Colombia has to justify this moniker and become a showcase for national responsibility. Russia, as a permanent member of the Security Council, stands ready to continue extending support to the peace process in Colombia, provided there is commitment on the part of the government to the full and comprehensive implementation of the final peace agreement. We expect that the verification mission in Colombia will continue playing a significant role in helping the reintegration of former members of armed groups into peaceful life and political activity. I thank you.
I thank the Ambassador of Russia for his contribution. And